Well, they all want a complete report on what happened. I mean, I barely got up to the time of the flood. And anyhow, I'm on 23rd Street. How much longer are you going to be where you are? Yeah, I'm unfortunately on 8th Avenue, but I'll zap over in that direction in about 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah. Now, never mind, they're making my legs bigger than my body. I've got to get off the phone. Well, now, as you understand, this is the point that the makeup is applied just before the shot is made. I personally feel that little thing up there to be distracting. What is it? Is it on the wall or is it on the screen?
It's taped on the screen.
Yeah, so it's all right. What happened to that grass that was floating around? See, I can't get through much of this sort of a thing. I don't like this kind of interview.
Why not?
Because it is a type that is never going to sell, let's put it that way. But I'm not sure whether you're in the business of selling. Anyhow, a song that I learned during the Civil War, sung to the tune of Dixie. What happened to the roads?
Okay.
Where is it?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of it.
Oh,
Look at our sound meters.
I had a horse and his name was Bill. And when he ran, he couldn't stand still. He ran away one day, and also I ran with him. He ran and he ran and he would not stop. He ran into a barber shop and fell exhaustionized with his eye teeth in the barber's left shoulder. Oh, I went up in a balloon so big, the people down below, they looked like a pig, like a mouse, like a rat, and anything that's helpless. Okay, cut. Now, I have had nothing to do with this production. I was forced into it by potentially dangerous antisocial people who managed to capture one aspect of my personality. They're living in the past. They're living in the Garden of Eden, to be exact. An interesting case of looking at self-images. I forget the names of the people who happened to be living in Al Capone's house in something or other island in... I was taken out there merely to look at the house. And Judy Gibbs, her story is extremely complex. I mean, Robert Frank can see her in images in late superimposition where I can't find them at all. There was a full-length mirror between two stucco doors, walls with red painted doors, and there was a gun lying on the table. She picked it up and aimed at herself in the mirror, pulled the trigger, not realizing the gun was loaded. She wasn't used to being around places where loaded guns were left lying around. And But she was one of the few people I knew in Miami. And the ramifications of that and the way that it developed into something called the pig farm, although she ended up in Sinnequan or whatever that thing is. Judy was the one who inadvertently referred to Peggy Hitchcock as Piggy Richcock. Boy, am I in trouble. And that is, I would like to point out, audience, the name of this series. Boy, am I in trouble. This week, for example, you have no idea when I came home. I didn't realize how far a little shit can go. When the room is small and the neighbors are visitors and they're violent. It's like Dr. Gross coming up to Lake Oswego with 2 kayaks in case one got shot out from under him. Literally, he tells me this with a straight face. He said, why'd you bring 2 kayaks? Well, you know, one of them might get shot out from under him. And, another good book is from the Tesla Museum in Belgrade, Yugoslavia, which are his notebooks from Colorado for 1899 and 1900. One of them shows him calmly reading a newspaper under an artificial lightning bolt, say, twice as long as this room. His general plan being to wire electricity from Niagara Falls to London. It was entirely practical in all aspects, except that his use of it as radio had got J.P. Morgan interested. Never mind, a lot of the early experimental notes from the notebooks of that year are there. Today, 2 books I picked up for review at Macmillan. One is on different types of narcotics given to animals building their houses. Of course, we're all familiar with how the spider given amphetamine makes a tiny, very accurate one given, I don't know what it is, marijuana or something, makes it go this way. No, that's some kind of hallucinogen, LSD or something, but bird nests like you've never seen when the bird's high. And I haven't had time to look through nature for the last 3 weeks because I only picked up the last 3 weeks today. There have been too much to do. Too many problems from the child in the gutter that needs help to the admonishing of a wayward nation. Now, the only reason I would like... Oh, there goes one of the grips. How fascinating. I mean, I find the little people to be the most interesting. Yes, now this is a typical Hulsey production. But yeah, I am, dear. See, I feel that I'm protected from the viciousness of these people that are producing this thing. My hand is too large. The camera that they're using should be about farther away and be a shorter focus lens, and there wouldn't be this differentiation like my pinky being twice as big as my brain. You know, in one sense it's true. I mean, semiotics to the rescue. Yeah, well, I must be going.
I know, we weren't really recording this.
Well, it doesn't make any difference to me. You see, I mean, I've recently gone over the things regarding libel laws and this, that, and the other. I mean, Also, I have some friends who can be pretty nasty. And,